Hello everybody, here we're going again for another session at NL2 at Pokerstars. This time I will leave my HUD on so you guys can see the stats I use. They are very simple stats because if I'm playing for hands, for tables, I don't want to be losing my time taking too much on consideration. I will just have the barely minimums. So it's a very simple HUD just to give me an overall idea of what people are doing. In addition, I also use a line tracker, which is this yellow band close to the player, so that will give me what line are people taking. Because if I'm playing 4 tables, sometimes you forget what people did in the past. So this is just a good reminder, and it's called Stars Caption, and it's free up to NL3, and then you have some kind of a fee that you pay above that. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go for half an hour. Again, I'll have my key stats on the bottom of the screen if you want to follow what I'm doing. I also had at least one video with my progression graph. If you guys would like more of those, just mention in the comments and I'll do some more of those. Again, we're here and nothing special is happening. We just got 2 pair. This is the type of hand we either win it now, we're going to eventually lose it in the river. 2 pair does not stand all the way to the river, so let's hope we win this hand very soon. People are still trying to draw, and this sounds like flush draw, so again we cannot carry on. We tried the best we could to win it before the river, but this completes plenty 2 pairs, sets, straights and flushes, so our hand doesn't have any chance. Sometimes I would rather just slow play these hands, just because most of the time it's not even worth it to play it. It is worth to play 2 pairs, but you have to play it very slow to make a profit. If you put money in the pot, generally if you get called, you're behind. Let's see if I can finish this session, because I've been struggling with my computer. Sometimes it doesn't handle the hot action I'm having here, and it crashes. That's why I have not been posting more often, simply because 2 or 3 times that I tried to record, it crashed. Okay. People are being very aggressive against us somehow. We're losing about 25 blinds so far, just because of paying and folding, which is not a great strategy. Sometimes it's better to fold right away or be a bit more aggressive if you're trying to play. Calling is generally not a good strategy. Again, we need to be patient. Don't run after it. Might make things worse. We have to let things happen. This is a type of hands that can people set mine on, and there's all kind of draws, but people decide not to try to draw against us. It's getting worse and worse for our tens here, but now we got slightly better, even though we're not anywhere close of being the best hand here, but we got the pot, so it's money in the pocket to make up for the money we're losing. We are 100 hands in, and we need to stay patient. We're probably going to play like 300 hands or something like that over half an hour, and hopefully we'll make up the lost ground in the other 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. Thank you for all of you that have subscribed. Thank you very much. It does help. And if you like to comment, if you like to give an idea, something you'd like to see, help yourselves. Just leave the comments, and I'll try to be helpful. So we just missed our draw here. We just missed this flop. Let's see if he doesn't like this flop, because with this big stack here he might be slow playing us, or at least he might try to make a play on us, but our range fits this flop much better than his, and he lets it go. Yeah. Okay, we need a 5. I would like to see some more spades in this flop, but they aren't, so we have to play with what we get. We're drawing very thin here with only 4 5s still to come out, and if this guy called, we would get better odds, but this way we have to fold. And again, 2 overcards for our pair. No need to go crazy. This is, we're not eating anything of value anywhere. Now it seems that we got 2 on the 2 upper tables. We have some kind of hands, and now it's looking good for us. But I don't think we're going to get any more money out of this, and I really don't want an ace or a 10 or a jack to show up in this board that it's not. Well, I guess that ace of hearts could show up. It wouldn't be too bad, but we got just a little bit of money, better than nothing. Again, we're not getting anything. And this guy, I'm not sure about this guy. Let's try to win the blinds here. Again, as you can see, check twice. Generally it's somebody that is willing to fold if we are giving it a chance, and it does fold. Very slow at the moment. Nothing happening. Nothing crazy happening. We have to protect our money. Twos, anything below 6 is kinda shady playing from the early position, but we're kinda struggling, so we could do a bit of set mining. They probably would be waiting for us to play this kind of hand from here, but we didn't hit, and with this pair is basically insta fold. And again, we keep not hitting our hands. Just have to be patient and wait for something better. Okay. Let's see this guy. Oh, he called. Well, okay, it was his hand anyway. So we tried. We tried. So far, so good. I really would like this guy off his hand. I don't really want him here. Let's see if we can win the dead money. If we pass by this guy, we're probably going to pass by the other ones. And we didn't pass this guy. No, kind of a big problem. No reason to carry on. He probably has some kind of tens, jacks, queens over there, so we don't need to. Probably not queens, because we were blocking queens. Here we need a 5, and only 2 because the other 2 completes some draws, some flush draws. So okay, we can easily let go of this hand. I don't have the graph up to look at, but it would be an ugly graph to look at the moment, with a very steep downhill ladder. Let's say, hopefully we can reverse this. We are 14 minutes in and 227 hands played, and still nothing happened for us. And we're still struggling. Our stats are reasonable, not too aggressive, not too tight, but we need help from some of these flops to create some magic, and we're still not hitting. This guy is calling a lot, he's on a profit, so he must be playing good. I would like to test him if he is willing to fold some of his draws, or perhaps a better ace. We shouldn't have a better ace in this position, but it can have some kind of 2 pairs or a draw, and with a weak ace like this, I'm not going to carry on. And again, it's the same hand, it fits. The best thing we're doing at the moment is drawing. Better than losing, but we want something else. This hand here is actually quite good, but nothing for us to be going crazy with. Let's see what comes out. Doubling the board was not the greatest thing ever, but it shouldn't be holding a set. And again, with all these draws, we still didn't make anything of value. And again, this is something that it's not great. It's not great today. It's not great today. At the moment we're losing over 100 blinds. Still nothing to be scared. If we have a good one good hand and we make this back, it starts to be scary when we have more than one stack lost. That's when it's difficult to come back from. Again, we are not eating anything. Now we got an ace, but this is a small stack, so I'm not sure if we can make anything happen here. Now we got a set. Let's see if this guy would like to keep it in the hand. Okay, this was not that great. But now pot committed. Wow, 2 pair. That was bad. That was very bad. Perhaps. I don't think I'm playing bad. I think I'm just not eating some flops. We just hit a few and we got somewhat unlucky with that ace king over there. We are 130 blinds down, so there might be some things here and there that I could be doing better. If you guys see anything on any hands that you have an opinion on, just comment. I would like to improve. I would like you to learn from the things I do well and from the things I don't do well. Try to help people that are starting now on NL2 to improve. And we are 18 minutes in and still nothing happening worth mentioning. Just very dry. We got these middle pairs here and there that we cannot do anything with. I bet I don't think I had aces or kings yet. I think I had jacks a couple times, but I bet if aces or kings show up, everybody will insta-fold, because that's what normally happens, to add insult to injury. This is why it's important to have a big bankroll, so you can sustain some downswings. Again, we're not eating anything. Now these guys are very passive in this hand, so let's see if they want to let it go. This is all we can do, is bluff here and there. We still have a few outs which didn't hit, and again, this doesn't seem to be the kind of thing that ace 10, oh my god, was that ugly. But again, when you're playing bad, you tend to have this kind of hands played on you. I cannot. This guy seems to be very aggressive. So let's see. we should be ahead of him. He should be holding some ace X or some smaller pair, but we can be mistaken, and it's not going to be mistaken. Yes, that's exactly what we thought we would have, and we should hold. Okay, one. It's a small stack, but it's stuck nonetheless, and we are ahead. No, we're not ahead on this side. We're not ahead on this side, but it's worth a raise. And then if you get re-raised, we might deal with it later. Now a set here. This is a very juicy set. Okay. Fine. So we just recovered some ground. This guy seems that he wants to fold. Let's see if he wants to fold. Let's pretend that we're developing a strategy to play against him. He might resign. Exactly. Good thing is keep patient, never tilt, never ever. There's nothing good about tilting. If you're losing and you tilt, your losses will be tenfold. Like I mentioned, I have aces, so they're probably going to fold to my aces, but I'm going to 4-bet anyway. I'm going to 4-bet anyway. And he folded. Exactly. No reason to try to play well, open-ended on this side here. Try to play funny and then losing a stack. Again, two pairs. Let's see if we win it right away. If we win it right away, and we do, this is a very juicy flop. I don't want to play with it, so I'm happy winning it right away. And fine. We got a queen. I don't like this guy in this hand. Okay, let's try to shove. Even if this guy he 3-betted, he did 3-betted, but he could have some kind of ace, king, queen, and he folded. Good. The good thing about short stacks is that you can make mistakes against them. The short stacks, so that they can't really hurt you. So you can play a bit more loosely against them, play a bit more aggressive against them than bigger stacks. Bigger stacks sometimes even when they're behind, they are a threat because of the size of this stack. You have to play them a bit more carefully. A good hand a bit ago. Again, we have another short stack there. Let's put some pressure on him. Okay. No reason to go after him anymore. It was a crazy holding over there. just a way of finishing our session. I'm doing this half an hour sessions, but if you guys like to see an hour session or a 2-hour session, we can also do that. Generally I don't do that because it's tough to be commenting on my play and play at the same time. I play a bit poorly when I do both things at once. This should be insta-fold here, but there's so much money on the pot already that it's worth a try, and we didn't hit, so this is pretty much a fold. If we hit, we could have got any of these guys stacks if not many of face cards showed up, because they should be holding some overcards to our set, so we don't need to carry on. But if we hit our set, it's generally a profitable play, and it's something you should be concerned about if you're on the other hand of this type of play. If we have a raise and a call, the third call is most likely a set mine. So when you play, we got a straight here. When we play this type of situations, we have to be careful about the set miners. Sorry about the ad over there. Something to relax, it's always good. We have queens. Okay, we didn't get action from our queens. See if we have something special. We are open-ended, but I would like to see more diamonds in this flop, which was not the case, but it's still a good hand. Now we're losing equity, and even though we hit our straight, it's pretty much useless now, because pretty much 100% of the time this guy is going to have a spade. There's an argument that you can project the ace of spades, but most people want and the guy with the king of spades, unless you go all in, is always going to so it's not really very profitable there. And again, another over card to our pair, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. See if he wants to fold. He's probably hit something around here. It should have connected to this flop with his range, but he did fold. Okay, that was a plus on us. Again, we're open-ended, but there's a flush draw, so we need to play this very carefully. If he, well, he checked again, so generally when we have two axes, it's a good idea to put it a raise. 70% of the time you will win the pot, and that's a good profit. If you do it a lot of times, it'll keep you going. Again, and we're still missing everything. It's unbelievable. We're still missing everything. Against two guys from the early position, it's not worth to give it a bluff, because you'll get called most of the time. Even if they don't have anything, they just, all they need to do is lean on you, and you have to let go of your hand, unless you're kind of a maniac. but maniacs are, being a maniac is the best way to lose a lot of money. You can make some, but okay, this was not too bad. Still a flush draw out there. Well, it doesn't want to carry on, so let's see what's in play here. And we're still not getting what we need, so I'll play a few more minutes because we are above our half an hour, and that's it. So I'm going to sit out on the next big blind everywhere and pack in this loss. I have winning days and losing days. This is a losing session, but it was quite a dry one. I don't think we made many big mistakes. We just couldn't play with the hands that were given to us. And again, we carry on not hitting anything. Again, this shouldn't have hit this flop, but this one could hit this flop. Let's see if he wants to carry on, and he wants to carry on. Again, this flop is good for us, and let's give it another stab. And ace jack. Ace jack is on the menu. Ace jack is on the menu, but also this could be a set. I don't want to gobble anymore. 2 pair is good enough. 7-8. 7-8. Oh my god. 7-8. Okay, that's playing NL2. That's why it's profitable most of the time. It's profitable. And okay, so we are losing. We lost 124 blinds to €2.48. Cents. We kind of stabilized in the last 300 hands, but the beginning was just atrocious. And we might try something later on another day and try to recover this money. Thank you for watching. See you next time.